one.
The real one say,
chosen one.
They gon' get the place.
We in the club.
Who get this money?
Turn it up.
We gon' do the shit.
We turn it
Yeah,
up.
we turn
DJ,
it up.
turn it up.
Look at shorty over there, she nasty, she classy, sexy and sassy, sexy and sassy. Look at shorty over there, she nasty, she classy, sexy and sassy,
Don't need no light to fire it
sassy.
up.
Every day,
I'm fresh as
fuck
fuck.
what them haters say.
I'm fresh as
What
fuck.
the real one say?
Chosen
What
one.
the real one say?
Chosen
They
one.
gon' get the place.
We in the club.
Who get this money?
Turn it up.
We gon' do the shit.
We turn it
Yeah,
up.
we turn
DJ,
it up.
turn it
Yeah,
up.
Pop that thing, pop that thing. Shorty, let me see what's in them jeans. Ass so fat, what's in your jeans? Bring your team, I bring my team.
Casamigos at the bar, now we taking hella shots. Meet me in the VIP, a couple more bottles and a couple more models.
She got a body like a damn Coke bottle. That's expensive shot, Chicago. I'ma get this shit red like Lotto. Do the same thing today, tomorrow.
Fire man, she fire. Backing that ass up, making it clap. Smacking that ass like give me that. Smacking that ass like give me that.
Got dunk in the trunk and a little bitty waist with a cute little face. And murder was the case when she walked in the club. She done killed the place. She fresh as fuck. White boy wasted no Gucci. She thick as fuck. Dressed in Prada and Gucci.
Yeah, every day.
I'm fresh as
Fuck what them
fuck.
haters say.
I'm fresh as
What
fuck.
the real one say?
Chosen
What the
one.
real one say?
Chosen
They
one.
gon' get the place.
We in the
Who
club.
get this money?
Turn it
We
up.
gon' do the shit.
We turn it
Yeah,
up.
we turn
DJ,
it up.
turn it up. Y'all,
Shorty
fresh
over
as
there,
fuck.
she nasty,
I'm
she
fresh as
classy,
fuck.
sexy
The
and
chosen
sassy,
one.
sexy
The
and
one that
sassy.
won.
Look at shorty
We the
over there, she
one.
nasty, she
Turn it
classy,
up.
sexy
Got all my
and
ice.
sassy,
Don't need no
sexy
light to
and
fire it
sassy.
up. Y'all.
Every day.
I'm fresh as
Fuck what them
fuck.
haters say.
I'm fresh as
What the
fuck.
real one say?
Chosen
What
one.
the real one say?
Chosen
They
one.
gon' get the place.
We in the
Who
club.
get this money?
Turn it
We
up.
gon' do the shit.
We turn it
Yeah,
up.
we turn
DJ,
it up.
turn it up.
Look
Y'all.
at shorty over there, she nasty, she
I'm fresh as
classy,
fuck.
sexy and
The chosen
sassy,
one.
sexy
The
and
one that
sassy.
won.
Look at shorty over there, she nasty, she
Turn it
classy,
up.
sexy
Got all my
and
ice.
sassy,
Don't need no
sexy
light to
and
fire it
sassy.
up. Y'all.
Every day.
I'm fresh as
Fuck what
fuck.
them haters say.
I'm fresh as
What
fuck.
the real one say?
Chosen
What
one.
the real one say?
Chosen
They
one.
gon' get the place.
We in the
Who
club.
get this money?
Turn it
We gon' do
up.
the shit.
Turn it
Yeah,
up.
we turn
DJ,
it up.
turn it
Yeah,
up.
turn
Pop that thing, pop that thing. Shorty, let me see what's in them jeans. Ass so fat, what's in your jeans? Bring your team, I bring my team.
Casamigos at the bar, now we taking hella shots. Meet me in the VIP, a couple more bottles and a couple more models.
She got a body like a damn Coke bottle. That's expensive shot, Chicago. I'ma get this shit red like Lotto. Do the same thing today, tomorrow.
Fire man, she fire. Backing that ass up, making it clap. Smacking that ass like give me that. Smacking that ass like give me that.
Got dunk in the trunk and a little bitty waist with a cute little face. And murder was the case when she walked in the club. She done killed the place. She fresh as fuck. White boy wasted no Gucci. She thick as fuck. Dressed in Prada and Gucci.
Yeah, every day.
I'm fresh as
Fuck what them
fuck.
haters say.
I'm fresh as
What the
fuck.
real one say?
Chosen
What the
one.
real one say?
Chosen
They
one.
gon' get the place.
We in the
Who
club.
get this money?
Turn it
We gon'
up.
do the shit.
We turn it
Yeah,
up.
we turn
DJ,
it up.
turn it up. Y'all,
Shorty
fresh as
over there,
fuck.
she nasty,
I'm
she
fresh as
classy,
fuck.
sexy
The
and
chosen
sassy,
one.
sexy
The
and
one that
sassy.
won.
Look at shorty
We the
over there,
one.
she nasty, she
Turn it
classy,
up.
sexy
Got all my
and
ice.
sassy,
Don't need no
sexy
light to
and
fire it
sassy.
up. Y'all.
What's up with all my peoples? What's up with all my peoples? Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Men's Motivational Monday.
Yes, sir.
You got me, King David.
Yo, boy, Big Kev, the one and only Kevin Brown King. You know what it is.
You got our special guest.
Mike on here watching. I said, where you at?
He on his way probably.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Damn Sam. Shout out to Men's Motivational Monday. Shout out to women. Wilding out Wednesdays on women because they be wilding out. God damn it, I gotta say it again. I gotta stress it because the women be doing too much.
Well, she gave him the craziest look.
Hey, get it right. They be wilding out though.
I ain't never denied that.
Okay,
but
yeah, I gotta add extra emphasis on it though. They be wilding out on motherfucking Wednesday.
Hey, my love, cuz she get wild out though.
For real though. Shout out to Worldwide Collaboration. Shout out to Busy One Radio. Shout out to Day to Day every Sunday from 3 to 4 on Busy One Radio. And let's talk about it Fridays. What started it all? You know what I mean? Shout out to Kim Divine. I see you over there.
Shout out to Miss Kim. Shout out to Miss Kim.
You know what I mean?
Hey ladies, if you need some nice dresses or something, hit up Miss Kim.
Yeah.
Like shit, she be doing her thing, man. Shout out to Miss Kim.
Sure,
like Skin, put it up for us.
Hey, y'all looking for some distribution, man? Go holler at Barry, man, on Busy One, man. He can get you together.
Oh, definitely holler at fam, bro.
He
Definitely holler at fam. They'll get you right.
So I got a question though. Before y'all get started, what are y'all thinking about this Carmelo Anthony situation? Have y'all even been reading on this or thinking about? Yeah.
Man. I'm like, all these other people, white people acting a fool. Y'all need to calm that down because y'all have done a lot of dirt, your dang self, and people ain't come at y'all like that. But y'all threatening people left and right. Y'all want to start posting pictures and guns and stuff. Young kids doing that. I'm like, listen here. Yeah. Y'all can hop all that shit you want. When it come down, don't underestimate color folk. Don't underestimate melanated people. It's the reason why they call us guys, because we move different, we see different, we think different. You see what I'm saying? Look, he just pooped in from the side.
What's up, bro? What's up, Peter Godson? The funniest man.
He is funny.
Yo, I ain't never.
That nigga saw his light flash.
I did. He pulled me, my shirt pulled my underarm hair. That's No, that's a man's handshake. That's an alpha handshake. I'm a beta. Hey, this nigga is funny for real, man. This nigga funny for real.
Hey, bruh.
But now, from what I was reading, go ahead and ask the question about what's called
The Carmelo
what
Anthony.
happened with it, man. So what I read is that they was at a track meet and he was sitting under a tent. Everybody knew that he was cool under the tent. Nobody else said nothing. But it's these twin boys, high class white kids or whatever, but they've been bullying people and him anyway. So that day they decided to take his phone, go in his book bag, break his stuff, and they got into a scuffle, but they was jumping him. From what I heard, they was jumping him and he pulled a knife.
Oh, that's self-defense.
That's self-defense. And now
They said they got it on camera.
Yeah, now they mad that he went to jail and got out.
But see, they don't be trying to portray that on the news, bro.
Yeah.
They portray like this boy just shanked him up for no reason. They ain't get deep into the story like that.
Right, and another thing is, like they're saying, let's do a race war, this and that and the other, because they're making it.
Y'all want to do that?
They're making it
provoke that,
right? Yeah, but they've been wanting that. But anyway,
right there.
But I don't think that's a necessary thing to do. But that's what they making it about, race. Yeah. They showing the Carmelo young black male. They're showing him as a thug and showing the other guy as
good guy.
Yeah, but they're both good they're both good kids. Both of them. They both got high GPAs. They both was on track and the football. They both was doing good in school, working. Both of them was great were great kids.
But it was like two of them against him.
Yeah, and he stabbed the young twin, one of the twin boys, and he died because he stabbed him in the heart.
Yeah, so it was like one shot.
Yeah, he just and bounced, and and he died. And what they're making a big deal about is that he got out of jail. But what is the argument is, it's been so many white people that has gotten out of jail because they claim self-defense, or just not even that. They were just able to get out because of their skin color, right? And the bond was lowered. So they're making a big deal about that. And they're threatening the judge because the judge is a black woman, but they don't have nothing to do with.
I also heard the father of the son telling everybody, y'all making this worse. We didn't ask you for all this shit. It's not his parents are not saying this. It's other people that's saying
that
this
ain't
stuff.
got nothing to do with
it. Got nothing to do with
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
But they don't want to say nothing. They don't. You see, they swept the whole Lincoln Heights episode under the rug now, right?
And they still fight.
But who started that?
Police.
The same people who started the problem with the little boy sitting under the tent. I done ran track almost my whole life. I used to go and sit up under schools tents all the time because we knew people. It was cool, wasn't no problem. But there is kids out there just because they feel like they're privileged, they got it going like this. Hey, bro, get your ass up. You ain't about to be saying, man, watch out. And you know how these young kids is, bro. Watch out. It ain't even one of them. You ain't about to just don't do that here trying to embarrass me. Because you know the internet, when you can get into a scuffle and ain't nobody there. Then it's just a scuffle. Right. As soon as somebody videotapes it, go on the internet, it's like they done put a hit out on you automatically. And that shit's dangerous. But yeah, I say from what I've seen and what I've read with the little videos saying, it's internet detectives. I say self-defense. I mean, because the judge, black, white, Hispanic, whoever, it's the justice system. And if it work in our favor, don't be mad at, we're back.
Yeah, and that's what they saying because they raised money, they got them out and everything, and they're making a big deal about it. But it happens all the time with the other race. So what's the big deal? They're making a big deal about it and making it into a race thing, and it's not. It's not.
And the reason why they're doing it is money. It's media. That's money for all they make. The more you got people hating, that's people buying guns now. That's people buying ammo. It's business at the end of the day. It's money circulating through this whole shit. And then once the money stops, that's when the problem is. You know what I'm saying? If you stop their money flow, now they got to start something up and get their money flow back up. You know what I'm saying? So
makes sense.
Like,
so you saying they race bait and
I mean that's
for money.
For money.
But that's how it always been. Like they can scream race war all they want, but at the end of the day, it's about money. It's about corporation money. Like who you buying the guns from? Big corporations that bought the little man. The little man gotta get it from it's a
big chain.
Yeah, bro. So it happens like you spending money to start shit and keeping the rich people rich as we getting killed. That's the people killing people, the poverty, minority, whatever you want to call it, the middle class, all that shit. If you ain't living in them upper tier classes of wealth, they ain't stressing this shit.
Especially the way black folks moving now.
The
way we being positive, opening businesses, we starting to collectively come together. Small increments, but we coming together. We trying to be like, hey, we ain't really trying to be about that. If you got it, you got to go on about that way. They're trying to trick us out of our spot. Yeah. As much as we are progressing slowly, they trying to, hey, they said that the black folks gonna do this and the white folks gonna do this, and they waiting for us to flare up and do some goofy shit. We not falling for that because for one, y'all got
that's my mama
from the president all the way down to the police under y'all belt. All we got is each other. So that's the best thing that we can continue to do.
But hold on though, like it's a lot. I'm seeing a lot of white people
protesting
online, I'm sorry, black people, and I'm on y'all side. I'm sick of this ish.
But see, that's the point. That's why we telling them, like, y'all can go ahead. and think this is gonna be a race. It's not. It's gonna be y'all dumbasses versus us and everybody else that rock with us. Because our culture is big and they love our culture. Don't get it twisted, man.
That's
Hey, don't get it twisted. You everything about us created y'all. Let's be real. Music, we created that shit flat out. Country music, black men told that shit up. You don't want to give them props because y'all want something for yourself. We done went into every professional sport and what? Told that shit up. And they pissed off about it. Tiger Woods, when he told them what they do, they try to tear him down every which way, shape, form. Being a crip walk, and what they do, try to tear it down. But she told them white people up. It's just how the game flows. They think they win because they got this money. But you don't realize, man, we got numbers too. Smart. Don't think it. Y'all really the minorities. They just don't want us to tell you that.
Especially on the worldwide scale.
Like, come on, y'all the minorities, bro. Yeah. Let's be real about
y'all going on sport. We finna take over.
Like, y'all got a twist.
I'm cold. I'm low key cold.
What the hell is that?
White people kick a bean around.
What? Cornhole. Brothers step into anything and they know we got excellence and they scared of it. That's why they make some of their rappers dumb down so much, so they keep us dumbed down, bro. They know our greatness and they're scared of it, bro.
Put it like this, bro. They got us listening to brothels on the women's side and serial killers on the men's side.
Facts.
Niggas is literally scared to go back and listen to Nas. Listen and stay stuck on J. Cole, on Kendrick. Nah, we want to hear at least 13 niggas die before the song goes. I want you to sell 20 kilos and never be in jail. How? How, Sway? How?
He said, sell 13 kilos and what?
And never go to jail. I ain't snitching on nobody. Well, this song said you told on somebody. Somebody got a blue card. Yeah, I know the details of the damn.
Why y'all think they so busy trying to like make us feminize us and all this other shit? They don't want to keep us in the warrior mindset. Because us in the warrior mindset is dangerous, bro. Because they saw Black Panther proved it to them. They showed, we educated and we on our shit. Like they show. I
don't think they want it with these young. Hey, these young.
Nowadays these youngins
do Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty niggas. Boy,
when they find out the people and the way they supposed to fight, bro, we are unstoppable.
Why you think other countries
fearless?
Why you
they
think
are
other countries
fearless?
Why you think other countries train their kids now more than we do?
And it goes
because they scared of our potential. What if we get our kids at the age they getting their kids like in China, Russia, and all that other shit? They train them. They train them how to break down guns, put guns together, history, mathematics. They know all this shit. They're not stupid.
Yeah.
In no way, shape, or form. Think about it. If we taught our kids the same thing, bro. We'll be just like the Indian kids. We'll be just like the Asian kids.
Bro, I make my kids work now. I don't care.
Bro.
My son, hey, you pay rent for your room, nigga. You better have good grades and good behavior, or you will not sleep in your room, man. Goodbye. No, because I gotta build it now.
Yeah,
I don't want him to get hooked on money because I don't want him to ever get tricked for money, do no wild shit for no money. So I want to teach him life principles now. Yeah, because I had my dad till I was 9. So it's like I learned a lot of shit from everybody. So now I'm 35. I'm trying to learn. I'm like, okay, I got to get this knowledge now in the best way that I can. But yeah, if we could do that, but our structure is so fucked up because it's too many distractions. It was the whole welfare thing to where the nigga wasn't good enough for the woman. And once we started to get back to that, now it's the music and the media and all this and that saying, you still don't need a man. Even if you got a man, he better be okay with you leaving, do whatever you want to do, coming back home just because he want to have a full time. No. Soon as you try to raise your son to be a strong, stern man, it's gonna come in like, leave my baby alone. You being too rough on it. You gotta don't make him like that. Don't. I'm raising a man. Yeah, he's your little boy. That's when he done with me. We've been doing drills all day. I've been talking to him crazy all day, this, and that. Then he go to mom. He get his nurturing. Now he knows where to get that from with a woman. Right. I give my son hugs. I kiss him, all of that. But, hey, nigga, chill out. I ain't about to hug you every 30 minutes. You a love bug, but yeah. Shake my hand. Yeah. What? Yeah, nigga, shake my hand. Yeah. All right, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, that's soldier love.
But you feel me? Because I ain't never had that, but I seen it from shows. I seen it at football, all of that.
That's how I was raised.
You feel me?
We ain't hugged, we ain't doing that. We dapped up.
So would you say that being how the women be raising the kids, like you just said? Do you feel like it's bringing on that sassy individual in the man when he gets older?
No, now with our women, as much as they love having a gay best friend, with our women, with as much as they love having a gay best friend, and they know, they see, like, say if it's a bad relationship and it don't work out, but you're a good dad, they want that boy to grow up to be like that dad. If you an ain't shit ass nigga, you gonna be an ain't shit ass nigga to that son. That mom's gonna need a best friend. I don't say they do it on purpose. It's just the way the emotions pour out of women. If the son is there, he's getting majority of it. If the daughter's there, then the daughter's the best friend. But the son, it's all about the environment and what we listen to now. Like, I literally have to turn on that drill music because I will ride in the radio and there's nothing but women on back to back to back to back to, and it's set up like that. It's not that the women music ain't good. Don't get me wrong, because these women are doing a phenomenal job. But there was women that could disguise what they were saying. They was talking about dick, but they was calling it love.
But you hear what you just said, though. You said if you're not listening to the women, look how far of the extreme you have to go to just to hear some music. And it's men drill music. So it's like one extreme to the next.
To the next extreme.
Like,
so
I'm
going
back
to
what you said about
you gotta find the balance. You gotta find that balance. So every now and again, I throw on some R&B, but it's gotta be old school. But yeah, you got to go to those extremes because just the way life is. One thing I've learned about from watching my kids watch cartoons is my kids know about the butt before the 8th grade. I was watching, my son was watching Teen Titans. And they was talking about how the butt claps, how it farts, how it's round, you can build muscles to jump higher. And I'm like, what the fuck are you watching? Teen Titans? I said, nigga, I watched Teen Titans. They was fighting crime. What the hell is this? He was like, I don't know. It was just on, just playing. I was like, thank God for your ADHD, nigga, you not paying attention. But I'm like, you can't watch this shit no more.
Right.
Just because of the
cartoons is horrible.
What, you feel me?
You realize y'all remember when we was kids, our cartoons were heroes. They fighting, they strong. And
nah, cartoons been like that since back in the day.
Man,
Back in the day,
what cartoon?
Man, what? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Snow White was a little hoe, bro.
That's Disney. They always been doing that.
She was a hoe. She
did
did
Disney, man.
You ain't no camera.
Disney though.
You ain't no
I
camera.
know that. Shit,
Yeah,
Lion King got
It's
going
going
on,
on, but I'm just saying, but it's cartoons though. If it's going back since
I mean, we talking like Saturday morning cartoons. We just talking about cartoons and shit.
Yeah, especially these new age.
Because what I was saying, when I was a kid, I didn't watch. I watched a lot of like Power Rangers shit like that. Right?
Power Rangers.
You know, all the action
SWAT
stuff.
action shit.
Yeah, like I don't see that no more. All I see is everybody's in the LGBT community watching in the cartoons, like, and nothing against anybody in the community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Understand it, but I don't feel like why y'all flushing it on everything we watch. And if you don't have it, they consider you, you hating on us. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, I don't understand.
But it's hard to filter out because they got it subliminally.
Yeah,
All of
that's
it. Not even no more. Like every movie that I've watched now, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Every movie that I've watched now, it's like it's in there. Ain't nothing wrong with it because everybody gonna have their shine. So y'all remember where it was no black people on the market, on TV whatsoever. We everywhere, but you gotta watch out what we in. We're mostly in HIV commercials. We in skin commercials. We in, but it's never no high class banker except for Samuel L. Jackson with the Capital One. So now the LGBTQ is the new prophet because everybody's a prophet. Everybody got to take their turn. The Chinese got to take their turn. They just got dog walked about don't trust them. But everybody eat Chinese food. You ain't never seen a Chinese food commercial ever.
You got what?
Ever.
We
We ain't even allowed to go to Chinatown. But we ain't allowed to have an African American town or a Native American town because a lot of us ain't make it across here on that boat. Goodbye.
No, on real shit, you got
That's
point.
just me.
big point right there.
Think about it. You got Chinatown.
I ain't never seen no Chinese
Think
commercials.
about, but he also
Maybe because they cooking dogs.
Because I've been eating Blue Gibbon, why y'all ain't got no commercial?
Only
Like,
shit.
souls
And
get
even
smaller.
when you go to Harlem, they got like, you know, Jamaica or my bad, that Jamaica Queens. But you know, they have like, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about all you see is in New York when they have like a solid black community, but it ain't like, it's just like people from the islands and like, you know what I'm saying? But like Chinatown, everybody buys from them. Well, we don't never have a time where everybody come and buy.
And you very seldom see Chinese people.
But
going
then
into
we have-
soul.
hold
Hold
on.
on, wait. Let me say this.
But
Very seldom do you see Chinese people in soul food restaurants. You feel me? That money don't recycle back to us from them.
Nah, whatsoever. And the thing about it is if you think about it in a large standpoint, it's like why? Why is the biggest problem with any and every race in this world with us? What do we do? That's the biggest thing that we're trying to figure out. But it's causing us more problems trying to figure it out instead of being like, fuck
I
that.
think I know.
We would just do it because now they can't do what they did to Black Wall Street. They can't just sneak in there and just bomb shit. There's too many cameras. They can't shut our shit down. We are collectively, we're scared of each other when it comes to working with each other. It's a lot of times that black folks won't talk to other black folks because of how we look or where we are at that time. I had to get on myself the other day, and I ain't gonna lie, because I was raised around white folks for like 6 years. Well, my father, my mom, anyways. I was in the hood somewhere. I think I was in Dayton, and I just felt something eerie because the nigga was following me around. I'm like, bro, I will blame this nigga in the stove. I'm not fucking around, but I walked out to my car because he walked out there, and I locked my door. And then I was like, fuck, I do that shit for? I prejudged, man. I unlocked my door. Boy, I literally unlocked my door. And I was like, if this nigga go on my shit, bro, he was supposed to go on my shit. Because either way it go, if I locked him, he was going to, black, brown, white, whoever, they was going to bust my motherfucking window. But I prejudged because we have become adaptable to the white man's mindset. The way we talk to our women, how we treat them, how we do our kids, the system we go against, how we eat. Bro, what God we pray to, we trying to figure out what color God and Jesus is. Why?
Holidays.
Why? Holidays. Why? Therefore, why? We don't celebrate Kwanzaa. Why? Because we don't know shit about it and we don't like studying. Why? That's the biggest question. Why? And that's just for our race. Why not learn history? Why? Because we can trace back to the Native Americans, but then you can go further than that. You can trace back to a good diet and then stay on it. You can look up a diet for our people. We can invest in our people, but there's no security when it comes to a head over us.
We're trained through convenience.
Come on now.
You know, the whole convenience store. Just think of that.
Mm-hmm.
The convenience store where everything 3 times more than anywhere else. But you pay for convenience. Now they've made cell phones convenient. Everything you look for is convenient. Your numbers, your friends, everything's convenient. And they program us with convenience. Information is there, but it's not convenient to find. I could just follow a thread. I could just look at people I like and get force-fed whatever the algorithm want to give me every day, all day, and learn what they want me to learn. Even though I feel like I'm choosing my own likes and dislikes, but I'm still getting fed somebody else's menu. The reason we don't know is because we're so complacent with the information that we're getting overexposed to, and not willing to filter through and go pursue knowledge versus having just accepted a knowledge that's delivered to your front door. If all you took was the money that came to your house, you would be broke. If all you took was the money that motherfucker delivered through WIC or motherfucker through the food stamps, you would starve. You know what I mean? Like, so we go out our way to get other things to get us through our lives. But when it comes to information and knowledge of self and history, we just kind of be like, man, I just stay on my timeline. I listen to the latest, newest song. They don't. It's a lot of convenience, and we have to unprogram ourselves and be uncomfortable and start searching. And if you got a question, why? In 2025, you shouldn't have to ask why about nothing. if you got a smartphone. There's an answer out this motherfucker. You choose for ignorance. Ignorance is a choice in 2025.
And now ignorance is like dopamine. We trying to figure out how heroin addicts can get off the drugs. We can't get off the system we've been on.
No, I was just talking to my wife about that. It's like the whole thing is like I said, social media, even though I'm trying to help do something with the matrix, I call it, it still is what it is. And by design, it's addictive. And it's worse than cigarettes. They're giving you cell phones on the corner with internet just so you can be plugged in. Ain't nobody giving away cigarettes and blunts and weed and none of the other shit we spend our money on or liquor. Ain't nobody giving us that shit they call addictive. Ain't nobody giving out cups of coffee for real. Pepsi's, Mountain Dews. What we give you this goddamn internet. We give you this motherfucking access to this bullshit. We give you these free ass apps. And have you following the motherfucking the Pied Piper. Thinking you know your shit because you got so many friends and you done connected with so many different motherfuckers and you feel accomplished. But you a mouse in the box, nigga, and you ain't even looking for a door. You happy in this motherfucker running around with a bunch of other mice. You just look around every now and again and don't see a nigga, don't realize the nigga that found to escape and went somewhere else. But he realized that a lot of you motherfuckers comfortable in the box. And I'm not trying to get you niggas out the box. I can spend my entire life trying to get niggas out the box. And die trying. Where I continue to do what I can do, and a few motherfuckers keep up with me, and we see each other, we pass each other, we keep this shit moving together. But the rest of these motherfuckers, they say 90% of people gonna be lost out here. We seeing this shit live in 3D. Just look around. It's a small segment of us that's really trying to escape what we don't even understand. We're learning, we're trying, we're struggling, we're willing to make mistakes and be normal and trying to expose it on platforms like this. Ain't none of us on this bitch perfect. All of us have been misspoke, talked about some bullshit we did, our fucked up ass perspectives, our disclaimer. You know what I mean? Like,
oh shoot.
You know what I mean? Like, that's
mention that.
You know what I mean?
Man, we got to get to this interview.
Yeah, but let's do that disclaimer. Matter of fact, Sam, and of course, as y'all can see, Sam is in the building.
Damn.
There we go for the disclaimer. It's populating in a minute. Unless y'all want me to read it.
Go ahead, read.
Everyone on the panel is expressing their opinion, and their opinion is strictly their opinion. It does not have anything to do with the brand, nor does it reflect on the brand's integrity.
So with that being started, what's really hood P. Dot?
What's up with it?
You know what I'm saying? So where do you originate from?
Middletown, Ohio.
Middletown.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's happening.
Money Town. I don't know why niggas say that.
Money Town. Money is
Money.
That's what I've been told. That's what
Douglas Park. You feel me?
Yeah.
I've been told. They're looking for it. That shit been told it.
You say I'm still looking for it?
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Rent cheap.
Said the rent cheap.
Rent cheap to the motherfucker. I ain't mad.
Man, you can get a big house in Middletown for the low. For the low.
What about the taxes?
They low.
Yeah, the taxes
I don't go down there, so I owe. They low, but I owe.
He said low, but I owe.
So, being that you do comedy, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's some of the spots that you actually did comedy at? That you say got a name for themselves?
The Liberty Funny Bone, the Dania Improv down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the Miami Improv down in Miami. Park Place up there with Jimmy J.
I heard.
We need to interview Kev too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we did though.
I think we did.
Yeah, before he came on the show.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
Before he came on the show, next thing you know.
He's super famous.
Next you know, yeah, now
He's into hood. We love hood. That's how you start, baby.
So, the Laugh Zone House of Comedy up in Dayton, and Wildest Comedy Club before it closed down.
Okay. So, what was the most awkward heckle you ever faced, and how did you shut it down?
Man, I had a cougar.
Uh-oh.
Me, boy, she was trying to get the draws while my wife was sitting right there. My wife, she cool. She was just laughing, but nah, she was on nigga case. I guess she had just got her taxes. But I went along with it instead of like really coming at her. I went along with it, and I just told her like, I'll break your back, knees, spleen, neck, shoulder. Your ass can walk out here on gurney. So just stay with the old niggas. Leave me alone.
Right.
But she was cool after that. I think that bitch ended up getting a free ticket out of me anyway. I told her to upcharge her card at the bar. We both even.
So, do you feel pressure to address any certain topics as a man in comedy? Why or why not?
I use my comedy as therapy, so like on a personal level, whatever I'm going through, if it's still in my mind, I just talk about it because I have to craft and tell a funny story. But like on an outside everyday level, like I don't really talk about Trump or shit going on BET. I don't really care. Like whatever's pop up in my mind, I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna speak on this.
I heard shit. All right. I just had it in my head. I lost it that quick.
You'll remember.
What inspired you to do comedy?
Man, I played semi-pro, man, and my motherfucking ass got a helmet-to-helmet shot. Before I even paid, they was like, man, look, we seen you at practice, we're gonna let you play. Man, I got a helmet-to-helmet shot in that game. I was like, fuck this shit. I ain't doing it. My whole spine was hot. I said, I think I'm paralyzed. But I sat down, and I literally sat down for the rest of the game, and God just sat there and talked to me. I was like, bro, why ain't you never pay attention to what you've been doing your whole life? My whole life, everybody has always had me tell the stories. Like, bro, tell the stories, because you going to tell about one dude was doing this, and he was doing this, and your ass going to be everywhere.
Right.
And my wife, she had always been like, man, why don't you, fuck around stage? Because I did a little hosting thing with my cousin. I ain't for real fuck around with it. My wife was like, man, why don't you give it a try? I'm like, man, you know what? Fuck it. She was like, give it a try, but don't play with it. Because you're funny. And you're naturally funny. Mm-hmm. And I sat there, bro, I prayed on it. And the next day, a whole bunch of comedy shit just started popping up on my TV. Like, all types of Def Comedy Jam. So I started watching it again as a student. And I was like, I got to try it. I went out there. I ended up bumping into the kid probably like 6 months later. And we've been rocking ever since. So yeah, man, that hit really set me down because it made you think about life. Like, hold on, I'm doing something wrong. Mm-hmm. I ain't supposed to be doing this.
Risking my life.
He got hit so hard, he wanted to change his whole life.
Change my whole life. Yeah. I was like, man, even in football games, I'll be out there cracking jokes, telling stories. Like, nigga, I did P90X before this game. I'm about to throw up. Knowing I done smoked too much weed before the game, and I'm about to throw up. Bro, I'm too high. I can't play safety. They got me out here for no reason. It was fucked up in semi-pro. We used to get drunk every doing the wrong shit. Popped me right on my spine. I said,
but the helmet where you were cracking jokes.
I said, ooh, I am never gonna hear the Dale's voice. I ain't getting drafted. Leave me. I got kids. I got hit by a nigga that's 56. They call that nigga Fred the Hitman. He was copying off the other Fred the Hitman. The nigga hit me so damn hard on my shit. Bang! Got your ass. I was like, ooh, I ain't fuck this. I'm gonna tell jokes. What? Set my ass down like I am funny. You try this shit because all I gotta do is talk. Fuck it.
Oh, bro, you can't remember my question.
All I gotta do is talk.
But it's the natural funny part is where I come from. Cause
yeah,
like he said, I've known P. Dot since we started doing comedy. We about 8 years in.
Yeah, I'm you one ahead of me. I'm 7.
Okay, 8 years. So we at that almost coming at 10, and I've seen my man grow. And it's just the only thing I realized, bro, you live comedy.
Yeah, man.
And that's different from people who just I feel like are just stand up. This live it. Like every time he runs, he gonna make you laugh just by who he is as a person. Man, you would think he telling the story. No, he just really slow. Yeah. And it's just it's how he be, bro. But that right there is just out. Explain to them like what I'm saying is just like this is how good you gonna be, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's you live comedy. He ain't.
For sure.
It's what I mean. I ain't just doing it as a work. This is life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. If you're doing it just for a check, or we do this because we live this. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's therapy.
Yeah.
The future. Like, what do you see your future from this, bro? That's how I feel for you, bro. I feel nothing but sky's the limit for you because you live this shit.
Man, for sure, man. You know what's crazy? When I was, bro, when I was 18, bro, I missed my SATs and ACTs. I was supposed to go to New York and play ball with my cousin up at Erie University, and we was gonna transfer. I started fucking off. After that, bro, I got like real depressed. I started fucking off, and I looked at my buddy. We was just upstairs talking shit. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a comedy special called "I'm That Nigga," because I was always that one nigga that'll borrow your clothes and keep it like it was mine. And then as soon as you see me, I'm like, bro, this ain't your shirt. I don't give a fuck if say Jeff on it, nigga. This ain't your shirt. Nigga got my birthday on it. Why are you looking so hard? Like, I'm always that one nigga do some goofy shit like that. So, I mean, and I told my wife, I was like, man, I want to fill up the U.S. Bank Arena. I was like, I don't care if I got to buy that bitch. I'm going to fill that motherfucker up. I don't care. So, me now is, the sky's the limit, man. I don't know. I don't know where to put it. Like,
I said Madison Square Garden.
yeah. Sell that
That's
bitch out.
goal,
And look, I don't care what nobody got.
Oh, I'm gonna sell that shit out 3 nights in a row like
And
that.
it's gonna be the craziest show. People, look, I don't
See
care
that
where
shit.
I'm at, nigga. Who I started with, I will call you. Hey, what you doing? Smoking crack? Come on, I got a job for you. Get your ass on stage. I don't give a fuck. You take this money and smoke it after this. We gotta do this. I don't care what it is, but that's just me. Nah, man. So futuristic everywhere.
So have you learned how to speak Spanish yet?
I took Spanish in high school. I think my brother-in-law, I think he fucked my Spanish teacher and got a good grade because we was failing. She came back pregnant. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. Don't investigate it. But she ain't from here, so she got deported. So, and then my other Spanish teacher, man, he was my football coach and he wanted me to play, so he passed me. I learned a little bit. I got a whole bunch of Spanish neighbors, and I actually grew up with a Spanish family, so I know a little bit. But
and you got that, and you did that real with the acting like you learned how to.
Hell yeah!
You know which one I'm talking about?
Which one?
When you was like,
oh yeah.
Man, I fell out when I seen that.
Man, look, my kids be doing that shit.
I be mad when they roll their R's.
Man, they got a mean roll, don't they?
My nephew be doing that. I'm like, well, stop rolling your damn R's.
What did I do?
Exactly, bro. I'm like, well, that made me feel like you sassy a little bit. And that shit be making me mad. You ain't from that culture, don't you?
What did I do? I'm like, bro, who first off? I don't like how you get. I don't like how you get, like, because he getting taller too. He be trying. They take martial arts at their school, so he be trying it. Dad, come on, let me try this move. I was like, all right. I ain't got it all. I'll punch you. You ain't gonna make it out the house to the police.
I got one for you, chop from the throat.
You hear me?
All that shit you talking about. I'm happy you get out.
Not knowing Shuttleworth.
And be talking shit while you sitting there grabbing for breath. Like, why you make me do that? You made me let you out. I don't want to leave no mark. Can't smack you. No, that's why he used to grab us by the ears, kids. So I just grab you every.
That's like the conversation with the Chinese kids. They be going to school with big ass bamboo whelps on their back. Teacher don't say nothing. Your dad, bitch, don't look. He'll fry your ass too. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Mine open up your chest. That's exactly what my mom should tell me. Don't do everything else. That means still the shush.
So, how do you balance staying authentic while catering to an audience's expectations?
Fuck the audience expectations. That's just gonna be the show. I'm just gonna do me. They like it, they like it. I'm gonna keep it 100. Because if I go in there with the expectations, like now, because I'm always gonna do a show to please the people. Don't get me wrong. I'm always gonna put the greatest energy out there. But if I go in there, like say if I go in there and I got an all-white audience, I'm not about to feel obligated like I have to do white material, which I have. I'm not about to do that. I'm gonna give you what I give you. Right. Now, me staying authentic, I try my best. Because my thing is I have a bad mocking thing. Like I mock the people at my drive-thru all the time. Because they're Indian. So I fuck with them all the time on accident. But I try to stay within myself. So you feel me? So I try to do all of my material away. Or I try to make sure I'm not grasping anything. I'll leave you. Cam, no, I disappear like 6 times before I get on stage. Just so I don't catch on to anything. because I know I'll pick up shit because it's just a part of the craft. It's just like when you hooping. If you watch Jordan, I'm gonna try that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do it too much, and I'm coming off sounding. I might be saying my own material and then sounding like somebody else. But audience people don't get mad because they make movies and they don't give a fuck if you like the movie. They're still gonna put it out. Right. The audience is going to give their opinion regardless. You make 100 million, they're gonna be like, he sucked. And bitch, you bought 12 tickets. The fuck?
Nah, that's real.
You can't always.
You can't always appease them. And I just had to learn that earlier. And I watched the older cat. Like, man, fuck them. You gotta put out your craft. They ain't gonna like it.
Just at the end of the day, you bought your ticket already, bitch.
You bought your ticket. If you felt like I bombed, you feel me? If you felt like I bombed, but the whole room is laughing, that don't matter to me. Because I got to go home to 2 laughing ass kids, and then when I got my oldest daughter, what? And a wife, man, gone. I ain't got that to do because it drive you crazy. That shit drive you crazy.
I got a question for you. Now, was that one real with the hat? You know what I'm saying? You took off the hat, and your hair was like you had like it was like you
The
said
designs on there.
the Fisher hat trick or something.
Yeah, that was real.
That was real.
I went to my buddy.
Hey,
Shout out to
funny
Phase on my buddy Donaldson, man. He a barber down in Central, bro. I was like, hey, I seen this thing on Instagram. He's like, what is it? I was like, bro, I need you to come out here. He said, you bald headed ass, what's your haircut? I said, yes. Nigga, he said, you want to shave? I said, no. I want a fade on the side. He said, you already got a fade. He funny as hell. So we going back and forth. I was like, bro, just do it. He was like, all right, cool. Just book on online. I said, I'm not paying online. I pay you in person because that's a tax. We niggas, I'm gonna pay you. But I went up there, man. He did it, and I was like, oh, this is funny as hell. I cut that shit the next day. I was like, fuck, I do gotta go to work.
Man, I was not expecting that, boy.
I gotta cut this shit
I'm
off.
thinking you gonna be talking about your beard because you was like, you know, beard, not beard. That nigga flipped that hat. I fell out like, oh, hell.
I can't wait to put that shit on shirts.
Yeah.
Professional hat fisher. Hell yeah.
What you was calling it again?
Professional hat fisher. It's hat fishing season.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Hey, that was funny.
I've seen bitches wigs come off, but damn, bitch, you got a nest under that mother. I can be bald, man. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. I'm being so judgmental.
Man.
Ass is gonna be on the sheet.
Oh yeah, you might got plenty of. What's a joke of yours that has caused the most controversy, and how did you handle it?
I don't know. I don't be giving a fuck if it caused controversy. I don't know. I think I called a group of white people niggas. And the headline, bro, he got mad. Don't be saying nigga after nigga after nigga. I'm like, nigga, and? Fuck all that. Like, nigga, my favorite comedian is Bernie Mac. Nigga, fuck all that. No. I don't care if I don't get booked with you no more. Nigga, there is 9 to 10 billion people on this planet that we know about. Right. Or we don't know about. Whatever. I don't know the number. But that was the most controversial. Man, they was laughing their ass off. Because I wasn't calling them. It was more or less I was saying it in their direction. But the joke had everybody falling on the floor. Because I was telling the joke about going fishing with white folks. They don't give a fuck if you know how to fish. They gonna fish. Right. I was out there catching boots, snapping turtles, reefs. I was just throwing I was just throwing bait back and forth all night. What you got in the head still, bitch? I ain't got nothing. Y'all got dinner. They talking about eat what you kill. I'm like, as long as I don't go to the woods, I'm not gonna die because I'm the only nigga out here. Man. I'm in Kentucky with a group of white folks. Ain't nothing happened though. I wrecked their go-kart. I was scared because there was a lot of trees out there.
Right, had real fun too.
What? Clown. Had a blast.
Yeah.
Had a blast. Coolest white folks I ever met in my life. I'm still cool with them today. Still cool with them today. But now, man, I don't fuck all that. I don't care. Get mad, whatever. What you gonna do? Cancel me? Man, let's go somewhere else.
Right. So do you think male comedians are held to a different standard than female comedians?
No, I think everybody's. We just say more shit. We'll fight you. I know I will. You run on stage, I'm gonna fight your ass. I don't care. But we get more scrutiny just because we're men. Just because it's a misogynistic world, which it is, but we're not the ones doing it. We just abide by what we're a product of our environment. Same thing like I was saying earlier, we got the white man's mentality. But a lot of us are seeing our women as queens and we're trying to hold them to that accord.
Speaking on that, if that was you on stage and Will Smith walked up on
Man,
you,
I'm whooping this nigga there. Hell no. Even if I lose, I'm biting the fuck out this nigga's face. I'm biting this nigga's face off. You'll never act again, you light-skinned bitch. Fuck that. I'm biting it. What? You and Jada gonna look weird. I don't give a fuck. That bitch got a head like me. I hate it. Bitch, we both got alopecia. Fuck out of here. Leave my nigga Will alone, man. Y'all, shit. That's the Fresh Prince. I don't give a fuck what he did. Whatever that shit called. Alopecia, alpaca, bitch, Apache. Oh,
So can we ask the question about the children and the traditions?
oh yeah, let's get to it. Do your kids carry on your traditions? I'm gonna say it depends on how the parent actually raises a child. Like you gotta raise that child to carry on those traditions. If you don't instill those traditions in your child growing up, they're not gonna carry it on. They're gonna do their own thing. Like, and you gotta start that early. You can't even wait till they 14, 15. You gotta start having them around that stuff from 5, 6, 7. So they can them
1 and
years,
2,
yeah,
3.
yeah, all them years.
And also you gotta be careful what y'all do because you know they think with tradition like they might see you smoke every day and smoke. Oh, that's a tradition. That's a routine. That might be something they call a tradition because they seen y'all doing it all the time.
Sure.
Holidays, you know what I mean? So we gotta be careful what they see and what we teach them too. Because if you're gonna teach them like a tradition of what you know of your family, make sure it's correct. Don't teach them one thing and then do another thing.
So as y'all being comedians, I want to ask this: do y'all, not you, Kev, because you don't have those children, but do the question is, you got nieces and nephews, but do you notice that your children is silly or funny, or are they comedians too?
Mine?
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah. My son, funny as hell. He told his first on some random, I don't even know how. I don't know if he knew the words he was constructing together or he was just listening to me and his mom because she was talking about breastfeeding. She just kept saying like I couldn't get my titty milk out. And he came in there and he was like, Dad, not. I was like, who's there? He was like, titty milk. I was like, what? Who? He was like, Yum. I was like, oh. I said, shut the fuck.
Hey, bro.
But he go around like, no, I'm Kyrie the godson. He do that now, like I'm gonna be he say commodity. He wanna say comedy. He's like, nah, I'm gonna be a commodian. I'm like, you got it, man. I'm not gonna stop you. But I will, like with traditions, you gotta have basic life skills. You gotta know how to brush your teeth, wash your face, wash your ass on a regular basis, change your clothes, change your underwear, how to buy stuff, how to do this. So I mean, it's all about your own personal traditions. Like me, like my dad was stern. Like he ain't play no games. My mom ain't play no games. Me, I play a little bit. Like you might do something and I'm like, it ain't that bad. But if you test the waters, I'm gonna let you know, like, we don't do that. If I gotta check you, then that's what it's gotta be. But after that, that whole situation is dead. You automatically check from Jump Street just because you know how to go down. And my kids learn fast. So it's like, oh yeah, daddy don't play. Don't do that. They'll tell each other, don't do that. You know, daddy right around the corner. You know he listening. And I'm like, yep, because I ain't listening to your mama. And she mad that I ain't listening because I'm supposed to be.
So what if your child?
You're right. I don't got kids, but I'm gonna shout out Jamie J because her daughter hilarious as hell. Because like real talk, because I can resonate because I'm in their life a lot. So this little heifer said this on my birthday. And this had to be some funniest shit in my life, bro. She was like, Jamie got me a cake, a little personal cake. She come in, she didn't say happy birthday. She's like, can I get a piece of your cake? I said, hell no, you little big back. That's what she called me. Nigga, she came back and was like this. Happy birthday, Uncle Kev. She said, I wish I had some money, to get you a cake and everything, because you do so much for us and you so special and everything. Hold on. He's like, I got a cake, but who got you that cake? Your mama. She was like, damn, mama, you done played Uncle Kev. hey, that was
because it was
funniest
little
shit ever, bro.
Little personal cake.
It was fire though. The cake was good, but
nothing but cake.
It was
one biter.
No, it wasn't a one bite. It was like a whole cake.
But a small one.
It was a small one, but she said, "Dang, mama, you played him like, bro." Kids, I don't care if they're around the comic. You find out some of them kids are just funny like
They
that.
got a sense of humor.
Yeah, my
And they listening.
Yeah.
So how do you navigate when your child doesn't want to partake in your same religion or don't want to follow through with your traditions, and you raise them in that field to follow your traditions, but they still want to be stubborn and do their own thing? How do you combat that into something positive for
Because me on my life path, man, I'm more spiritual. I'm just a spiritual being. I have a one-on-one divine connection with God, and everything else is knowledge. I don't follow this, follow that. I get knowledge from all of them, and I partake in that. But like with my kids want to know about God now, because me and my wife have conversations, because we done been to church, we done been here and there. So with me, I'll teach them the basics of prayer, just because if I feel like you need to meditate, I feel like you need to find yourself within yourself, I feel like you need to pray to God and know who God is, because no matter what I teach them in this world, if I force something on them, later on they're going to rebel. So more or less, everybody's going to find their way, because we are humans. We have one good gift of the experience. A dog got to be a dog. A horse got to be a horse. Our children, they gonna choose to be something. That's why your kid can play football his whole life and end up in the LGBT community. Or you can be in a rich neighborhood and have your kids like P. Diddy, and now they playing with baby lotion and blood. It's like, why? You had a rich life. Why are you choosing to be a gang member and play with baby oil? And it's like, so my
little diddlers out there, goddamn.
So my thing is I'll take my kids on the journey and I'll show them the experience, because children are at the age of sponginess. They want to learn any and everything. It's about what you teach them. It's about what you teach them. It's like when I was doing shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing, I would make sure my kids never seen nothing, no matter what it was. Like even if I'm watching a movie and I know it's some crazy shit going on, bro, don't even come downstairs. Or if I'm having, like me and my wife, we don't argue in front of our kids. We try our best not to, and if we do, we'll let them know that everything cool. We talked it through, because that's what couples do. Because it's all about an explanation and knowledge. So I have to. So if my kids choose to be like, nah, I'm atheist. All right, you gonna learn on your own. All I can do is tell you. You go out there and God whoop your ass, and you come back with no teeth, you paralyzed, and you like, Daddy, what happened? You think it's God, nigga. I tried to tell you. Nigga, I didn't have my experience. 3 car wrecks, and I ain't had no broken bones from it. Yeah, I broke my ankle twice playing football, so that's why I was like, I'm done.
I think sometimes we get caught up like thinking about traditions, like being real, just watching people how they maneuver. You don't see a lot of traditions being, because when you think of traditions in the sense of other races, it's something that they actively do consistently. And I see a lot of what we do consistently. We wouldn't necessarily say that's our tradition, and we would not necessarily say that's how we want to emulate something to our children, but yet it's what we do consistently around our children. Like you said, whether it be relaxing, playing video games, smoking weed, social media, you know what I mean? Going, swapping in and out of mates, doing different things in our lifestyles. And I would really like to hear people talk about what they really think traditions are for us. Because I grew up with a big family, and we had some traditions as far as our family reunions, how it was coordinated, made sure we had a whole hog, we roasted over a fire overnight, we had certain foods, we had it for so many days. First day was fish fry, second day was barbecue, third day was Sunday dinner. We had certain things that I grew up, that was part of our traditions of the family. So I lived for our family reunions. But outside of our family reunions, outside of those brief moments in our family familial life, each sibling had their own, get out how they wanted to get out. And they ain't had to get along with each other. They ain't had to know, it wasn't no consistency. It wasn't no family passing no shit off. Besides the family reunion and how we got down on that weekend every year, the tradition was kind of, and then I started, watching my father and watching people around me, like, and seeing other cultures have traditions and learning about traditions as I got older. I struggle to see that in our community. Like, they robbed us of our traditions. They psychologically wiped a lot of that shit out of us with their pagan thought processes and perspectives. And you know what I mean? And it might be why our children lack so much self-awareness and self-belief, identity, and because we struggle with that shit ourselves. Because as soon as a fad come on, or the motherfuckers be on the internet looking for the next greatest fashion trend, the next thing what somebody else doing, so they can do that shit themselves. What you think your kids doing? You know what I'm saying? So even though you might not be trying to train your kids to do ignorant shit, but if you lamp around and do kind of bullshit, and you kind of combative and argumentative, and you have certain qualities about yourself, you might not be understanding that your kids watch everything you do, even when you ain't watching yourself. I was scared to be a parent because I knew I didn't want to be microanalyzed. Because children microanalyze their parents. Take what they see and turn it in their own little mystery mix. And the parent be mad at them because they be throwing glimpses of themselves at different stages of their life back at them. So your oldest child might bring your motherfucking worst baggage you ever had in your life. But then your youngest child might be the most refined because you was the better person at that stage. And you got 5 kids and they all different versions of you. You're like, I don't like this one like this. Well, that's you at this stage of your life. Rewind back to when you had that child when you was 17, 18, 19, when you was out here struggling and doing this, and they saw you living like this and doing like that. And now you mad at them for being the type of person they grown up into be. Because you forget who you are. Now you are grown and sophisticated, and you so far removed from the old you. For sure. You know what I mean? You don't want to look at a young version of you getting thrown in your face at all times. And this is the version of your child. Now you can't. And that oldest child weaponized it. Man, you know what I mean? I'm living with it like my son 32. And I ain't even have access to the nigga when he was young. You know what I'm saying? But I was wild back then. And my son just out there, and I'd be like, damn it. I'd be like, because the pass on tradition, you got to have exposure. All men don't have exposure to their children. For sure. You could be around them, but just being around them on weekends every now and again, here and there, that ain't shit. You know what I mean? If you ain't got more than 50 to 60% of your child's time all the time, you just something to do. And that you pray that they get some good shit out of you and not a bunch of your bad shit, because they're going to remember bad shit. For sure. You know, all of us remember the most painful moments in our life. We might forget some of the happiest ones. But we don't never forget that pain. Motherfucker hurt, like you said, when that motherfucker smacked your helmet, you saw motherfucker everything but the child of God, nigga. You thought you start looking for a whole change of life. I gotta think of something else. You know what I'm saying? But all the joy you got out of that playing that sport, you know. But that made you forget about all the joy football brought you your entire life. That one moment, singular, made you think like fuck all that shit. All of it. You know what I'm saying? Even though you had way more joy than you had pain. But that pain wiped all that shit out. And our kids be the same fucking way. On top of all that joy, like my parents did their best to give me a happy childhood. All I remember is the uncomfortable shit. You know what I mean? Like real shit. All the real crazy, painful ass shit situations I had to deal with have more resonance in my mind than the joy. And I have to struggle to find the joy. Like as an old person, if you grew up unhappy, how do you become a happy adult? How do you find happiness when you never knew it as a child? Some people was happy as children, so they have a pursuit of something else. But a motherfucker who had a miserable ass childhood, was uncomfortable, always is looking for an escape from their own fucking reality of life because it was so fucked up what they had to deal with every fucking day. How do you become a happy motherfucking adult? I struggle with that in 2025. even with all the information and knowledge I know. Because you can't change what you've seen.
Yeah.
You can't change the pain and shit you done felt. Give a fuck what you exposed to now. You still that same little motherfucker with gray hair. With no hairline.
I think the things that make you happy in the inside that you like to do can change all that though.
Right.
Just do the things that you like to do, things that make you happy, not things that make everybody else happy at the time. Do what makes you happy, so in that way you can see a better side.
Right. But growing up being a super ultra responsible motherfucker that's taking care of shit.
I was having the burden.
The burden of being responsible, of being the responsible motherfucker. Like if it's something that's getting short, I'm gonna be the person to fill it in. If it's something that's
pouring
like,
out into
everything around me to keep my environment comfortable. Because I feel like if I can't keep growing up with an uncomfortable environment, right? You try to make your environment comfortable. Even as an adult. So keeping my environment uncomfortable, that ain't necessarily making me happy or joyous. Keeping shit halfway calm where I'm going postal, or I ain't just walking around just mad and shit all the time. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like what a motherfucker like to do? Because what I like to do at 8 ain't why I like to do at 18. Ain't the same as I want to do at 28. It ain't the same as what I was doing at 38. 48, I was doing other shit. You know what I mean? So my things that I enjoy doing is evolved. Yeah. So I've been lost track. Like, I used to love fucking roller coasters. I used to live for Kings Island.
Yeah, I hate them shit.
But you can get to a point, Sam, where you can be unhappy for so long that you don't got no choice but to be happy.
But I got a saying on my wall. I bought it when Circuit City was going out of business. It was the weirdest shit. I'm in Circuit City looking for closeout deals. They had a picture on the wall. You know what I'm saying? It was a picture just sitting in the corner. Everything got to go type sale. And it said, happiness is not having what you want, but wanting what you have. And that shit was like a mic drop moment back in the fucking night. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody chasing and want to get happiness. Mm-hmm. But if you don't appreciate the shit that you got, how can you ever, you know what I'm saying, whether you broke, that's why I used to ask myself, how can a broke dope fiend motherfucker out here with a smile on their face and they happy? Because they cool with where they at. They totally happy where they at. So I've learned, like now my happiness is, appreciating where I'm at and taking inventory of the things, the gratefulness that God, the graciousness that God gave me. You know what I mean? And be grateful for the stuff that I got versus being ungrateful when I think I don't have or what I deserve to have or where I deserve to be or why this is going like this or the woe is me shit. Nah, fuck all that shit. I do have this. I have a loving wife. I have a home. I have a way to make money. I got a way to do this. I got a way to do that. I got my health. Yeah. That's priceless. You know what I mean? Like a lot of things I don't take for granted, but that is still an everyday struggle when you try to,
it still nags at
right, because it's still
it's a reality.
It's a fight. You know what I mean? The fight negativity because the more positive you try to get in your life, the more the devil gonna fuck with you. He gonna shoot because that's the whole thing. He wants you upset. He's the king of chaos and confusion. So if he can keep you a little twisted, a little off, he working. You know what I mean? Because when you dancing with him, he leave you alone. Y'all can motherfucker two-step all day in the club and be out here fucking around. He ain't gonna bother you a soul. As soon as you start talking about, God, I'm trying to find a way. He like, nigga, don't forget about me.
I just keep my two steps going while I'm moving forward. I just keep my two steps going and I know that ain't coming. Like, well, you tried it, but okay.
He might be the DJ sometimes. That'd be the thing. He the DJ. Hold on, nigga. I don't want. No, you got me, nigga. You slid down the rotation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't on it. You know what I mean? Like, but those are the things I was thinking about tradition shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because we kind of lost in a lot of that area. And ain't no fault of our own per se, but it is the fault that we ain't trying to really reestablish and really put that back into our DNA to try to show it a younger generation. Because if we don't do it, social media doing it now.
They doing a hell of a job of it right now.
It's winning.
It's definitely
winning. It's winning, and the only way we can beat it is the fight. You can't win if you don't play. So you gotta play the game of trying to fucking instill that shit in your children and fight that shit and force them, and that means you gotta walk that walk. Like you said, you can't be a hypocrite. You can't be saying do this and ain't doing that shit yourself. Mm-hmm. So that means we have to make lifestyle choices to realize that as parents we are leaders. We're example makers.
Some of us
we
are
ain't just here to have
parents.
fun for ourselves and just pleasure ourselves, and our kids are along for the ride, and we're gonna do the best we can for them while you watch me do me.
Yeah.
I gotta make a per diem, like a shift to be like, all right, I gotta walk differently now. I gotta move differently now. Like I didn't, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like the burden of that shit. You know what I mean? Because if you care, because you don't want to get back later, like you say, and you look up your kids somewhere else, you be like, damn, I could have did that, could have, would have, should have shit. That'll eat at you like cancer. Because you know you made a selfish decision to chase after what you was chasing out of, and you didn't put the energy into making sure that what you was chasing out of didn't have your kids out here lost in the sauce in the midst of that chase. Because what's more important, what you chasing that you might not never get, or what you got at the house that's looking up to you for fucking guidance? Because you might think you're gonna be something, but your kid might be that. And you too busy chasing it and don't even pour into your kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? And let your kids be that now because you're doing your dream stuff. It's something that you naturally like to do. Like you said, your children pick up your natural talents.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you fix shit, whether you musical, whether you comedic, or you a caregiver, your children pick up on that shit that you do naturally. You know what I mean? And with that being said, like, you know, our dreams might be the best versions of ourselves that we can be, but if you have children, your dream should be to make your children better than you.
Mm. That's deep.
Right.
Hey, and we can wrap it up, or y'all can keep going.
So you got a women question for us?
Yeah, let me get them. Y'all could go ahead. Let me get I got a lot of them, but let me.
We only need one.
Yeah.
I know. Let me find which one I was gonna ask though. Y'all could keep talking, cause
she gonna scan real fast. Which one I want to hit these niggas with right now?
This kid's favorite section of the show. When we talked about when the women ask us a question.
They get ready to leave. You know what I'm saying? He get the peel. You know, as soon as it out, he for the mother commercial going on. He get the skirt back.
I had that y'all later.
Right.
God bless. Have a good night.
Yeah. Love y'all. I got it.
It was real. It was fun.
Oh yeah. Cause there be days I be in here and y'all sisters is a mother.
Man, so up here on a Wednesday, man, and talk this shit.
Boy.
I guarantee you.
I learned something before I talk. I probably listen more than I talk if I come in on a Wednesday.
all right. So
You got to. They ain't gonna let you talk much.
I got a lot. I got a lot. But why do so many men want a submissive woman but can't handle the responsibility of being a true leader?
I was just talking about this earlier. I go ahead and answer from my perspective. I don't know why I raised my hand like I was a kid.
You was first anyway.
I put my way in my hand,
I do the same thing.
but
I'm gonna put it in here.
so with me, I was just telling my woman earlier, like, look, I understand that certain things I grew up, I didn't know as a man, because I had my dad till I was 9. Then I was raised by my mom. My mom, it was 4 of us. She kept us together, but I automatically knew, watching my older brother, you cannot raise a man. You can show a man how to go so far and then how to treat a woman. Because you don't, it's a mechanism when it comes to our brain and their brain. So I told her, I was like, I don't have a problem with leading in a department that I know that I'm trying to learn and studying in. But me, I believe in equality. So she's very smart with finances and budgeting. You give me a budget book, I'm throw that bitch at you. But you give it to her, she can write you out any plan that you want. You can lead me in that. I don't mind to follow behind you. Once I learn and then I come into a project, yeah, I got you. I can lead that. But I'm not about to be like, nah, you got to do what I say because I make the most money, or the house in my name, or if I'm hungry at 3 a.m, go ahead and make me a sandwich. First off, that you're not a slave. I don't own the rights to no human. I don't care if I got married under whatever. I don't own the right. That's that white man's mentality. When you have the title of my name, young boy, you do what I say and say what I do. If I say do this, then do this. Or I'll find somebody to do it. And you have to be okay with it. It's like, no, it's we're humans. That is one thing we have to realize before we are a color. We are humans. We all have a human brain. So it's like, I got my woman and me and her go back and forth on ideas all the time. Now, if her idea is better, she'll give me the reins, but it might be something that I don't know. She'll assist me. And then I'll be like, nah, cool, you got it. I don't mind to follow. I'm right next to you. It's not like I'm drawing behind you like a puppy, but shit, bitch, if you're going to make it 6 figures, you got it. Don't get me wrong, that's just a word that I use on stage, and it's an accident. It's just something that she don't care. But because I know she don't see this. So I've never been the one to be like, nah, I'll let you fall into that. But it's going to be equal. I don't care if the house in your name and you make more than me. Don't talk to me crazy. Don't talk to me like I'm your little boy. I got to do what you say because, oh, you've been to college. Bitch, that just made you in debt. That's it. I said, I studied the same books from the library. That's where they got them from. What are you talking about? Don't talk to me crazy because you feel like you're a certain status. Why? I'm a human. If I cut you, bitch, and you cut me, we both bleed blood. We got to go to the hospital to get fixed. What's the difference? We have this mindset at somebody's the authority. Why? Why do you want to be the police? Why do you want to control somebody? That's just me. Like, now, if I feel like you about to spend $10,000 on Shein and it's you don't even wear that size.
Shein.
You feel me? You don't even wear that size. That's stupid. I'm gonna leave you away from that. But if you got me a pair of drawers in there, just get your drawers. You feel me? But other than that, man, I believe in equality, and that's just me. Cause ain't nobody about to get it with no stupid person. Ain't nobody about to get with nobody that's about to just be like, you can't never leave. First off, that's kidnapping. You feel me? That's kidnapping. You can't leave. Why? Because I feel like you're gonna cheat. Then you better do what the people out there gonna do.
Right. You know they call it human trafficking.
You better human traffic my dick right now.
You can't leave.
My thing is, who's giving the definition of a true leader? Like, if I'm in a relationship and she's saying I ain't no true leader, but how am I not a true leader? You still here with me?
Who you compare me to?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was about to say. Who you compare?
Like, who? Like, I'm me. Like, this is who I am. I'm a grow as a man anyway. That's part of life is growth. So you can't tell me I ain't a true leader if I'm still leading you. Mm-hmm. Like, you here and you ain't left, you ain't gone nowhere.
It's broke men want submissive women.
And me, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm one of them broke niggas. But I don't want my woman submissive because it's like you come off like don't. I see my mom and dad get physical.
When I say broke, I mean non-working, not broke like non-workers. Because men work, you know. But I'm saying it's women, it's men that they don't work. Like they
and see that
they hustle.
You understand how the role of men and women switch due to the media, music, and what's been put out there. You don't need a nigga has turned into, I can get an OnlyFans, I can go strip, I can start a business, I can do hair. They are making their own money to where, yes, they don't need a man. Now it comes into, do we really want one? Because it should have never been an I need. It should have been I want, because the shit you want to keep it.
What it is. To answer your question, you say men are broke. It don't necessarily got to be the men.
No, I said it be the broke ones.
Yeah, they're broken.
Right.
And when I say broken, I mean they weren't trained as young men to become men. They weren't given the proper tools that they were actually needed from their father figure or uncle or grandfather or somebody, a male figure in their life. They weren't given that, so they grow up being broken men. So when they get into relationships with these women, they don't know how, you know what I mean, because they're broken. So they can't lead because they're broken. Their vision of a leader ain't what it's supposed to be because they were never taught that the way to lead in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, so why do men, that's a certain category of men. That ain't our men, you know what I mean? And that's that broken man. Like, you know, that's not all men. So, you know what I mean? And
that's just a question.
Submission sounds too much like force to me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You know what
I'm
saying?
give up. Put her in the figure 4.
Yeah, I don't believe that you have to hold on. I don't believe that you have to force a woman to be what you need her to be. You understand what I'm saying? Rather you broke, got money, or whatever the case may be, but I do understand the broke situation too, because sometimes them are the ones that use control as a means of manipulation. You know what I'm saying? But like you said too, some of them men are broken. And that woman is broken too because she allowed it. She put herself I ain't gonna say all women put themselves in a position, but some do. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing how to choose a man, but coming from a home where the dad wasn't there.
Vulnerability.
So yeah, vulnerability.
Yeah.
So you know, yeah. I just think it's control.
Right.
Psychological warfare.
And for me, when I think of the word submission, I think of coming to America. I think of the chick barking like a dog and jumping on one foot. Like, and I'd be like, I never wanted a woman to be like that. I always, because I feel like if you like that, it's just a matter of time for another slicker talking ass nigga get you in the corner alone, whether it be at church, whether it be at work, whether it be somewhere else. When I ain't with you, because I can't have you 24 hours a day, he gonna be able to get in that ear and get you submitting to him. So if you ain't got half a brain and a bunch of individuality and an identity, you was no good for me anyway, because I felt like you was just something waiting for somebody else to take it. I'm not the nigga really trying to impress nobody. Like you said, I always wanted to be wanted. Wanted to be desired. I wanted to be what you want. I ain't trying to be. I ain't trying to be nothing more than myself. But you gotta fuck with me for who I am, and I'm gonna fuck with you for who you are. And then we kind of get to learn each other for who we are. And when I need to, back up a little bit in the 60-40 your way, like my man was explaining, I back up and let you take that 60 humbly. You know what I mean? But when it's my time to go ahead and say, all right, this is the way things need to go, I need you to be comfortable enough and trust me enough to back up and take that 40% role. But sometimes that dynamic don't always work, because sometimes as men, we always doing 100%, and we ain't using to let the motherfucker tell us to do. We're pouring this in nan direction as being niggas out here really making moves, and some women out here who really making moves by themselves, get with somebody, they don't know how to relinquish control either. So it's that give and take sometimes be sketchy. But when you truly care about somebody, you truly in tune with saying, this is what I want, that's when you start making those changes in yourself and be like, all right, I'm going to let you have this. Even though I might think you're wrong. Even though I might know more about this situation. This is what you want to do? I'm going to let this go down this direction. Because I'm going to protect us anyway. I got this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let us go down no wormhole, but I want you to know that I trust you, and I want you to, because if you control everything and your woman feel like she can't do shit, she gonna feel a certain type of way. So even if she might not be good at something, I still would want to allow her to fumble her way through certain processes so she can grow. Because if your woman does all your finances and does all your stuff with, like I knew niggas who never knew nothing about getting a deposit for due, never understood motherfucking the ins and outs of lease signing and car notes and all this other shit. And they let their women do all that shit. And so they put their money and let their women do all that shit. When they break up with a motherfucker, they ain't got shit to show for it. They don't know how to do shit still. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, damn, you supposed to be taking notes and learning and trying to get some shit and not just letting the motherfucker just drag you by the nose and be like, hey, how did you do that? When we moved in here, what did you have to do? What does it take for you to go do this shit? Talk to a nigga like, because I don't know how to do this shit. I don't understand that shit. And our women got to be like, well, how do you go in there and just get the whole room to be able to do to get what you want to do? I don't know how to do it, and be able to learn and give with each other and respect each other, what they good at and what they ain't good at, and don't look down on another motherfucker because they ain't good at something. Partnership. Right, exactly. And understand that you because everybody want a motherfucker with low mileage as a nigga. I'm just saying, but most niggas want a motherfucker with love me. No, I'm saying as a nigga, you want a motherfucking woman who got low mileage per se. You didn't want a motherfucker who everybody that ran through. Most niggas don't, right? They don't want everybody's person to be their person, right? They don't want that. But with that comes sometimes is they be naive. They ain't got a lot of experience. They don't know. And if you the one thing that they chose to lock up with, and you kind of steering them wrong and ain't giving them a chance to grow, and then you get frustrated with them because they don't know shit, well, you got to let a motherfucker fumble their way through that shit and sit back and let a motherfucker bang their head. Be like, you want to do what? All right. And watch them.
Yeah.
And we got to be willing to try to do shit like, all right, man, you've been doing this shit all this time. I want to go in here and try to get this loan. I'm going to go in here with my ID and see what they tell me when I try to get this car. Let them tell me no and how you co-sign with me. But at least I learn and start seeing the process versus always putting everything in her name and letting her go in there first and talk for us like, nah, I want to go in here and say, look, I want to buy this car. Look, I want to try to get this house. I want to try to get this apartment. What I got to do? What I need to bring back in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I can teach myself versus always allowing our old ladies to run that part of the train, because when she leave us and leave us high and dry, niggas be bitter. Oh, I gave this bitch everything and did it. Well, she had everything right there, and you was too busy looking at the ass instead of picking her brain to get the information you need to make you a better person on the back end. Because even if you separate with somebody, you're supposed to leave with a positive note.
Yeah, you always leave with a positive note, and then if niggas is doing that, that's just people choosing to be dumb.
Bitter.
I think women automatically submit though if the male is doing certain things, because men can be submissive as well to their women. It go both ways, because if you, not when I say submissive, I mean like listen to their woman, you know, and vice versa. Women should listen to their mates. You know what I'm saying? So I think it go both ways. I think women will be more, you know, easy to submit to certain things if they see the man being a certain way, you know what I'm saying? And then they don't have a problem. It's easy,
Give them a certain type of comfort, because women tend to do that when they feel more comfortable. But if a man don't put the time into figuring out what makes his old lady comfortable, she ain't never gonna submit.
So do you think men can be submissive equally?
No. It ain't the same. I don't think. You think so?
So look, let me give you this example. So when around the time me and my woman got together, around the time me and my woman got together, we both was working, but I made more money and everything, and she was letting me take the lead. Cool, because my last relationship, nigga left as a dum dum. Right. But my last one, she was sneaking half a flat-footed bitch. Anyway, but she let me take the reins, and it came to certain finances I didn't know. So boom, I ended up dealing with a slumlord. Took us under all the way. This motherfucker wanted to be with me when I ended up causing us to be homeless. Type deal. She kept trying to tell me her plan. I kept telling her I had a plan. My plan didn't work out. I gave her the reins. It wasn't a problem for me to be like, no, I understand the plan, because why would we accept our women to teach our kids but not teach us? And we was raised by a woman that's teaching their kids. It don't make sense, do it? Right there. Do you feel me? Why would you not listen to your woman that is teaching your kids while you are away 12, 8, 10, 2 hours, whatever? You don't know what she's telling them, but you trust her wholeheartedly. Yeah. Feeding your kids when there's poisons all over the house. She's cleaning your nigga. She will wash you. You will be taking a bath and she can do whatever. And she don't. Because she loves you. And she teach your kids. And you was raised by a woman that when you were a kid, you were getting taught everything that you know. Yeah, your dad did the part, but there's certain stuff, because some of us had our moms longer. Mm-hmm. And you're like, damn. And then your teacher was a woman.
Kev keep looking at his watch, so
don't be playing me like it's me, bro.
It's equally possible. We don't have the mindset. We're so alpha.
Yeah,
but we both have masculine and feminine energy in us. Yeah. It's okay to be like, you know what? My wife came up with a plan. This is her plan. I'm gonna trust her, and I'm not about to trust her to where, yeah, bitch, you said do this, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna chill. No offense, because it's like, nah. Because if you say it costs $1,500, you got the $1,500, but I know you pulled the $1,500 out of the savings, and I know I'm making money. I'm gonna back you, and we gonna push this plan, because my wife just came up with a plan. Nigga, everything that where I'm at now, she got us out of all of it. Out of all of it. Out of homelessness, fixed my credit, fixed her credit. My kids go to a good school. We got 2 cars. I've been in the same house for the last 4 years. And I fucked
all
up.
Praises.
You feel me? I fucked up and got, we lied, baby.
God is good.
Yeah,
I don't think men get enough credit for being submissive.
I was looking at my watch because I kept
It go unnoticed.
It go unnoticed, man. It's just the mindset of everybody's a product of. We just like, nah, I don't know why my man acting soft. He just must be trying to get something. It's like, nah, I trust you. Yeah, I trust you. Like,
I see men being submissive a lot.
yeah.
But it's not looked at the same.
Right.
Well, listen, man, we gonna end on that note right there because Ted got to get out of here.
Hey, y'all ain't gonna keep putting me out like it's just me, man.
Like a dog.
I ain't about to get me killed. Hold on. Everybody in here, man. Motivate Mondays. Come back every Monday. Wednesday, women, they talking shit. Friday is the day, day to day. You know what I mean? Touch talk about it. Sunday, they DJ squeaking all up in this
Busy One Radio.
Busy One Radio. Shout out to Miss Kim and them. Worldwide Collaboration. Chris, we love you. Tomorrow, if I ain't doing nothing, come out to the Jazz Room. We got an open mic that's going down. I'm hosting. Just come out. All my comics, all my people, good food, good time, great people.
The food is them wings.
Hey, where you saying that?
Jazz Spoon up in Forest Park, across the street from the
them wings.
They got some good wings.
They big too.
Yeah, that's that one spot.
Yeah, it's right there on the corner.
Them wings big too.
Yeah.
They ain't little like La Rosa's.
They got whole ostrich legs on that mother.
Right.
But anyway, come check us out. Subscribe again and
Right.
again and again.
Follow.
Comment, all that.
Yeah.
Follow. You know what I mean? I don't remember what he be saying because he say a lot. But
He's staying longer, saying all this. And
I know nigga. I'm trying to make sure I do it right so I ain't getting cussed out.
Hey, get out of here. You know what I'm talking about?
you ain't skipping.
Hey, Rick and Dad. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby. I'm about bouncing, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie. My style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby. I'ma keep ballin'.
Got my poker face on, please watch your hand. I'm from the city where anybody can get equipped playing. Keep Cardis on my face so I can watch the shade. More money, more problems, I'm used to hate. V6, 8160 on the dash. Mercedes, baby, I'm the leader of the new class. If you ain't talking money, I can really hear you clear. My shooters is magicians, they'll make you disappear.
I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie. My style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby. I'ma keep ballin'. I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie. My style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby. I'ma keep ballin'.
I'ma keep ballin'. This message red like record. I'm thrilling like Mike. Shit, I'm about this like Joy. Get that coupe and I push it. Get a bad bitch, they push it. Fuck the right in the Mercedes. She was going horses like Porsches. I'm going crazy, I crazy. Going on track, I just torch it. I'm just ballin', I'm going crazy on this beat. I got torch it. Money out fucking day into the house looks so gorgeous. Let's run it up. Big boss, man, I know you broke, niggas can't afford it. Yeah.
I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie. My style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby. I'ma keep ballin'. I'm the boss of all bosses, so be cautious. I make it flood in the club, homie. My style awesome. I got your bitch seasick when she see chips that I'm tossing. It's nothing to a stunner, baby. I'ma keep ballin'.